I'd like to welcome you to another episode of the Mission Matters Business Podcast, your source for all things business. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, missionmatters.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Julie Traxler on the line, and she's a senior partner over at SB Pace. Julie, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Adam. It's great to be here.
All right, so excited to get into today's topic. We're going to talk about your upcoming book that you and your business partner are writing, so-called Seriously Now What? A Small Business Guide to Disaster Preparedness. But before we get into that, I'd like to talk a little bit more about what you're doing over at SB Pace. Tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Yeah, great. So SB Pace is a business that is focused exclusively on helping small business owners. Through my business partner, and I's career, we both realized that small business owners are really an underserved market in terms of having coaching and consulting available to them that is easily affordable and easy for them to access. So we built a business that focused exclusively on small businesses and helps them with different consulting and coaching services. Our specialties are really startups. So if somebody is just wanting to launch a new business, we can help them from going from zero to actually having that business up and running. We also do a lot of work on strategic planning with businesses. We've found throughout our careers that most small business owners don't actually have strategic plans. So we'd like to help them build a roadmap to help them stay relevant and to build their business up. And then one of our, probably the third primary area of expertise is helping small businesses with crisis planning or disaster planning.
That's awesome. And I think it's also a great transition. So that's definitely a reason I wanted to have you on the show. So let's just jump right into this book. So first off, what was the inspiration for this?
So ironically, it was sort of twofold. After the financial crisis in 2008, we really expected that small business owners would have started to prepare more for for another crisis in the future. And what we learned when COVID-19 struck and so many businesses had to be shut down was that people really hadn't been preparing at all. So people's memories are short, right? And it's not a reflection of whether you're a small business owner or a big business. People just have short memories and prefer to take that sort of positive approach to running their business. And so as soon as COVID-19 struck and businesses started to shut down, my partner and I started reaching out to family and friends that are small business owners and interviewing them. We just wanted to know how they were being impacted by the event and really understand how prepared they were. And what just started out as us trying to find ways to help our family and friends through the crisis. We ended up realizing that there was a bigger mission that we could serve, and that was actually by writing this book and helping people to become prepared. Because statistically, most small businesses are they're only poised to be able to survive 27 days without having any revenue come in. And that's terrible when you think about the fact that, America really runs on small businesses. It's the backbone of this country. 99% of all the businesses in the United States are small businesses. And so the fact that so many of them were struggling financially, we wanted to see how we could help. And in terms of, in addition to writing the book to help people become more prepared, we also offered our services pro bono to a number of companies to help them work through the crisis after COVID started.
Wow, that's amazing. And what were some of the key takeaways? And obviously, we're at this, 10, 15-minute podcast. You can only get so much in. But what was one out of doing these interviews and kind of compiling the data for this book? What are some of the key takeaways that you just got from this? And obviously, every single business is going to be different by founder, size of company, niche, industry. We get that. But I know certain themes tend to arise. What are some of those themes that arose that you're just over and over and over again that you expect that this book may help help some of the business owners that read it to kind of learn from?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's so interesting because I didn't expect to see a lot of themes, and we did across the board. What we realized was that small business owners were actually more prepared than they thought they were. And even when we talked to them and they would tell us what they had done, or how much cash they had in reserves or what they were doing with their employees, they didn't recognize that as part of being prepared in any way. They all sort of thought it was just luck and this reactionary response to what was happening, when in fact it was more than just luck and being reactionary. They had thought through things in advance in terms of just making sure they had like some capital available to them, and they could quickly make some plans. We also found that businesses that had relationships established with CPAs and an attorney fared much better in terms of being able to make decisions quickly. And then the other theme that popped up that was really interesting to us was a lot of business owners used the COVID-19 to their advantage in terms of when they had to lay people off, being able to plan to come back with stronger teams because they had intentionally decided that there were some employees that they weren't going to bring back because they were just weak links on the team and they didn't have a reason beforehand. So they were leveraging the time available to them to build stronger teams.
Those are some interesting things. I think it's good. I'm excited for this book to come out. This is going to be awesome. I want to spend a little bit of time, Julie, on this. I got a note here, and this is kind of out there. I'm like, what? You're going to do what? So tagline is, you're bringing Mount Everest to you. So 29,029 Everesting. I mean, tell us a little bit more about this event and your participation, because I think it's really cool. Yeah, I'm excited about this. So I've been training for it for, really since last November is when I registered. So it's an event that's actually held in 3 different places throughout the United States at 3 different times. And I am doing the event in October in Vermont. And essentially they measure the mountain and get it to know exactly how many times you have to climb to hit 29,029 feet. So I have to climb this mountain 17 times, and you climb up and you take a gondola down and you repeat. You have 36 hours to finish it, and not everybody finishes it, but at the last, your final ascent up the mountain, you get a red bib so everybody knows that you are on your final lap up the mountain. And when you're done, you get a red cap, and they have, I know it sounds ridiculous that you're going to climb 17 times for a red cap, but there is nothing I want more than that red cap right now. You can't buy it, their apparel anywhere. You have to literally climb the mountain to get it, but it is, and it's very limited. It's like 250 people do it, and I'm really excited about it and have been training. And I don't think there's anybody who hates climbing mountains more than I do. So this will be actually an interesting event for me, but I'm excited. Oh my gosh, I love it. This is all exciting. So Julie, that being said, so if somebody is listening to this and they want to learn more on how to connect with you and your team over at SB Pace, or to kind of get on the list or get a feel for when this book is going to come out, I mean, what's the best way for them to reach out and to connect with you and your brand? Oh, perfect. Yeah. So we have, I would say, really 3 key ways. Our website is sbpace.com, and that really stands for Small Business Planning, Advising, Coaching, and Expertise. I know sometimes the PACE is really hard to enunciate, so it's SB Pace is our website. We have an Instagram, which is sb.pace. We're on LinkedIn. You can find us just SB Pace, and there's also, you can email us at info@sbpace.com. Fantastic. Well, Julie, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your upcoming book and all the great work that you're doing over at SB Pace. And good luck on that 29,029 Everesting event. I mean, we're pulling for you over here at Mission Matters, and I just tell you right off the bat, I do not want to be in your shoes climbing that mountain 17 times. I'll root for you from the sidelines for that one, but I do wish you much success and luck with that. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, and if you're watching this on our YouTube channel, Mission Matters Business, definitely give us a subscribe there, but also leave us some comments in the video. Love to know what kind of projects and things that you're working on. And Julie, thanks again for coming on the show.
All right. Thanks, Adam.